Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Senior High School 4th Commencement Exercises of the Burauen Comprehensive National High School with the theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The virtual ceremony. The processional.
allow me to acknowledge some equally and highly esteemed individuals from the Academe. To Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones of the Department of Education, to Mrs. Maria Gemma Mercado Ledesma, Regional Director of the DepEd Regional Office 8, Dr. Manuel P. Albano, the Superintendent of the DepEd Lady Division, Mrs. Maria Edna A. Calades, the District Supervisor of Burauen East, Mrs. Eleanor Espanto Cagara, Secondary School Principal 4 of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, together with the Assistant School Principal 2, Mr. Jeffrey C. Advincula, to Mr. Kenneth Petronio, this year's distinct guest speaker, Master and Head Teachers of the various offices, teachers of the Senior High School Department, faculty and staff, guests, parents, guardians, graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Now, may we all put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism and respect to our Heavenly Creator as we listen to our national anthem, prayer, DepEd Lady Hymn, and Burauen Hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang binirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitigil, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magtitigil, lumanang araw ng warhabit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo, ang inigaya na pagkay mga akin, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to meet together. Please help us to come together to make this institution reflect your kingdom. Breathe life into our ideas and decisions. Help us build a team that has love and respect at its heart. Give us the strength to continue working for your kingdom in this time of pandemic. Lord, come give us the inspiration to be the best we can be. May we be a shining example of your goodness and truth within, wherever we are. Inspire our thoughts, discussions, and ideas, and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth for the greater glory of you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Sow your seeds on fertile minds of God's most precious creation, preparing a passage of excellence for each young nation, indwelling a culture that's Philippines, in hearts and minds upholding, drawing fledgling ones to follow, to savants and sages less advanced, a ground of play for a child to delve, a gemstone for mankind. Hail death and later, our undying flame of hope, a beckoning light to a brand new day, our beloved death and later. Parents, teachers, guardians find, hand in hand to one destination, to tear down the walls of ignorance, give spark to each child's coming. The name of God we hallow, through the trials our faith we stand. We run the race with our lives to live, a beaten path behind. Hail death and later, our undying flame of hope, a beckoning light to a brand new day, our beloved death and later. Hail death and later, our undying flame of hope, a beckoning light to a brand new day, our beloved death and later. A beckoning light to a brand new day, our beloved death and later. Tuna kuman at tauhan, ninayuyong apunto. Sentrohan islahan Leyte, mutnakadukan ko. Kaburangan ng kauhan, ang kita gintagan. Maraungan nagita, murapurun turan. Burauen minahal kong hamong tulo, ingyapan kauswagan mo. Kaupayan ang mga mulupyo, kalipayan mga tao. Bukadukan titigilan, at kataraman, ikapagpapantayan. Bawas ng kalaguikahanan, mahimulang Burauen ko. Mahayag ang Burauen, Burauen tumba ko. Malaran ang Burauen, Burauen tumba ko. Burauen
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. Let us now listen to some greetings and messages from Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones of the Department of Education. This will be followed by some words from Mrs. Maria Gemma Mercado Ledesma, Regional Director of the DepEd Regional Office 8, and Dr. Manuel P. Albano, the Superintendent of the DepEd Lady Division. A virtual applause, please. From Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones of the Department of Education.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing, because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because we are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
By some words from Mrs. Maria Gemma Mercado Ledesma, Regional Director of the DepEd Regional Office 8.
My warmest congratulations to the graduates of Batch 2021. Today marks another milestone in your lifelong journey in achieving your dreams and successes in life. Finishing your basic education in the midst of pandemic was quite challenging. The shift from the normal to the current situation was a complete change for all of us. The process of keeping abreast with the latest trends in education was not easy, but you did your best in dealing with the challenges of the new normal. This year's graduation theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, highlights DepEd's commitment to provide inclusive and quality education while ensuring the safety of the teachers and learners from the health risks of COVID-19. My dear graduates, you have proven your resilience by braving the threats of the global health crisis in furtherance of useful and productive learning. I congratulate you for your courage and genuine commitment to contribute to nation building by continuously improving your skills and competence through quality basic education. To the champions of education, the tireless teachers, generous stakeholders, and loving parents, this occasion marks another unmistakable example that everything is possible when we unite and pool our resources together. I sincerely thank you for your commitment and inspiration in exploring the most sustainable ways of supporting the learning continuity of our learners in the face of COVID-19 pandemic. Dear graduates, the road ahead is full of uncertainties. Press forward. Let your dreams and aspirations be your guide toward achieving the fullest potentials and building a strong nation for the Filipino youth. Once again, congratulations and Godspeed.
And Dr. Manuel P. Albanio, the Superintendent of the DepEd Lady Division.
In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on, says Robert Frost. To my dearest DepEd Lady family, my utmost salutations and earnest congratulations. School year 2020-2021 is like no other school year. It has thrown all of the world into a roller coaster ride and has brought all of us into an entirely different level of new normal. Not just in education, but in all aspects of life. However, against all odds, you, our kindergarten completers, elementary graduates, junior high school completers, and senior high school graduates have endured it all, have fought a good fight, and have ascended victorious. You are more than achievers. So wherever life leads you, always remember that you are conquerors. I believe that no other theme than kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic could have better encapsulated the magnificence of the feat that we all together have achieved as we ensure the safety as well as the rights of our children to have inclusive and quality education in spite the risks of COVID-19. To say that this year has been a difficult time would be an understatement, but the overflowing support that we have for our learners and for each other, and the commitment to keep moving forward even if it entailed going out from our comfort zones and challenging the status quo, have only made us stand tall, remained hopeful, and turned the grim into a more meaningful journey together. This year has time and again proven that there will always be victory whenever there is unity. To the parents and guardians whose invaluable time, efforts, and resources have consistently enabled our learners to cope with the changes and demands of education in the new normal, we salute and thank you for everything you've done. To our esteemed local, national, and international partners whose unparalleled support has helped and inspired us to remain steadfast as we pursue our visions and aspirations for the youth, we owe you big time. To my very comrades from the DepEd Leyte Division, my co-pilots, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Henrietta T. Managbanag, and Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Roberto In Mangaliman, SGOD Chief who has just retired last June 1, 2021, Dr. Rodilia G. Urbino, CID Chief Mrs. Felicidad T. Espinosa, Education Program Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors and Districts in Charge, school heads, teachers and staff, and all the men and women in DepEd Leyte Division, a million thanks to all of you. And above all, to God Almighty, to you be all the glory, honor, praises, and thanksgiving. For it was only through your abounding grace, mercies, and favor that all these things have been made possible. Our dearest DepEd Leyte family, whatever lies ahead, let us all remain strong and resilient and be proud to say, Taga Leyte ako. Good luck, good health, God bless us all.
To formally welcome us all into this momentous gathering of success and achievements, Ms. Monique E. Paza, with high honors of Class 2021, will give us her welcome address. A virtual applause, please.
To the Dynamic Public School District Supervisor, Burauen East District, Maria Edna A. Calades, Ma'am. To our Honorable School Principal 4, Ma'am Leonor E. Cagara, Ma'am. To our respected Assistant School Principal 2, Sir Jeffrey C. Vincula, Sir. Distinguished guests of honor, dearest teachers and acknowledged administrative school staff, supportive family and friends, and fellow members of the graduating class of 2021, good day. It is with great privilege to welcome you all to Burauen Comprehensive National High School's 4th Commencement Exercises for Senior High School. It's remarkable to think that our journey here for the past 2 years have certainly been a roller coaster ride, full of twists and turns, pushing through countless challenges to overcome, whether academic or personal, amidst the crisis this pandemic Thompson or diploma. In this 16th day of July marks the 4th graduation rites of Burauen Comprehensive National High School. And once again, a fresh new batch of finishers will be sent off its portals on towards various colleges and universities to start a new chapter of their lives. Now please, join me in welcoming the class of 2021. Again, welcome to the 4th commencement exercises of Burauen Comprehensive National High School.
Michelle Obama said, and I quote, "Don't be afraid, be focused, be determined, be hopeful, be empowered." Mrs. Eleanor Espanto Cagara, Secondary School Principal 4 of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, will now formally present the candidates for graduation of Class 2021. A virtual applause, please.
On the basis of the certification with the Senior High School Assistant Principal, that these graduating students composed of 236 male and 256 female for a total of 492 members of the graduating class for school year 2020-2021 has satisfactorily completed the requirements of graduation in the K-12 basic education curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education at Burauen Comprehensive National High School. As the school principal of this school, it is my honor to present to the Burauen East District Head, Madam Maria Edna Alpido Calades, for the confirmation and distribution of certificates for graduation. Thank you.
Mrs. Eleanor Espanto Cagara already presented the graduates of Class 2021. Now, Public School District Supervisor Mrs. Maria Edna A. Calades will accept and confirm the candidates for graduation. This will be followed by the virtual distribution of certificates and her personal greetings and message to our graduates. A virtual applause, please.
On the basis of the certification of the head of the school that you have satisfactorily completed the K-12 curriculum prescribed for the senior high school, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as the district head of Burauen East District, through Manuel P. Albanio, Schools Division Superintendent, Department of Education, Leyte Division, I therefore confirm 236 male and 256 female, a total of 492 candidates for graduation from senior high school, school year 2020-21. You may now receive your certificates of graduation. Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates from the academic track, Humanities and Social Sciences strand, 12 Socrates, Advisor Mrs. Liza R. Malate, Agustin Chofili III U, Enrade Aaron P, Antoya Mark Antoniel N, Aquino Joshua Brian M, Calderon Jude Nicolay R, Caloser Rico E, Carabacan Homer T, Del Pilar Iman Marie T, Dungsal Leonard S, Flores Esteban Arnel Jr. A, Gaspay Jean Philip B, Hernalin Jade Mark, Lobrigito Rian B, Palacio Jared D, Raagas Carlos Miguel S, Reverso Martin James, Relente Ralph Julius G, Quinameron Lemar Von D, Pripalda John Page G, Tishorna Wilmark, Agustin Joba B, Valiana Azel L, Kaindoy Lainling T. Kayubit Zaira Joy. Cleotis Rose Claire F. Costa Ferrams Gwen. Colas Keith G. Custidio Chiron I. Durano Leslie Joy R. Gayanis Vince Charmaine A. Giron Genevieve L. Laiko Genevieve V. Manassas Jovi C. Mudina Moriel Y. Morte Jaira E. Ninus Quincy Hanley G. Upao Blorlane Faye D. Palita Rosel A. Panong Mersey A. Paza Monique E. Pulancos Ara M. Pushon Chermy A. Resma Liduna Faye R. Serato Aryan Jane R. Soledad Rosalie R. Tulfo Aliana Beatriz R. Venezuela Kim Chain. Venezuela Stephanie A. Veliotti Angelo C. Zabala Mary Rose B.
Welb Smith, Advisor, Mr. Ariel Pideri Palita. Avina Albin P. Advincola J. D. Avila Arvin R. Batula Eden. Bernate Robert A. Cadiz Hanson V. Calibo Jayward R. Castillo Joshua J. G. Pulas Ornel. Diqueros Jerwin A. Estrella Mark Andrew M. Porca Ulysses Junior C. Gara Joshua G. Juanico Kenneth T. Pideri Fredericks B. Pideri Louis J. M. Pideri Mark Louis T. Kilioy Edmark A. Sayong Aljerom E. Songalia Jumel G. Ilaon Ronald V. Timola John Marum. Trusio Christian L. Venezuela Charles Ken S. Aldonza Liza E. Anota Angeline B. Aralar Ninie Zara P. Balano Irish Jane P. Balano Giovanni. Balde Mari Vic E. Bardalo Alana Jane R. Bardalo Lika May S. Cayubet Jessa May Q. Comora Mary Micaela. Cural Maria Rena A. Creer Laika B. Del Pilar Alaisa A. Enabore Jamaica C. Lobreguito Glinda G. Lopez Loren. Manases Lianelen M. Miranda May Joy G. Monghi Karen P. Palita JD D. Pigos Marisan N. Rihola Ivet T. Rast Rachel R. Ricere Lee and Joy L. Seno May G. Tanyo Edeline C. Hilaon Camila C.
12 Herodotus. Advisor Mrs. Annamer E. Ormokin. Aguilion RJP. Agustin Danilo Jr. E. Cobalida Art Ordesi. Conde Mark M. Infermo Chamari M. Esho Laurent Chef C. Garcia Jean Patrick M. Go Fortune Bill A. Lahara Jasper Jan S. La Morte Mac Joffil. Mas-ing Mark P. Montablan Quiterio Jr. P. Parado Ainan Gwen R. Parado Jared Ralph N. Parado Kenneth M. Peniston Rayan R. Pigos Armel D. Riverzo Albert Jen L. Sitosta Nathaniel A. Yepes Alan Maui P. Adrales Agil Dayan R. Alquetes April Joy A. Alpino Jenica A. Batula Aura May D. Buko Jean G. Bohol Crescia May Y. Butana Luz Andrea. Cahilio Rica Jane C. Celino Venus P. Culas Lindsay B. Diginio Beverly R. Diaz Rochelle Joy R. Ichon Jenica C. Johnson J. B. Lastimado K. M. Magzambol Cecilia B. Masayon Jaira C. Ormokin Ira Contessa U. Padol Mergel P. Pigos Jessica. Pitugo Chanling. Ribana Honey Aubrey. Pushon Gelda P. Redondo Janeline G. Torres Jaira Rose D. Tenebro Janice D.
12 Shumsky. Advisor, Mr. Mike Harold G. Filicano. Antelion Nover Kit M. Babante Alken L. Berizo Noniel L. Comora Jonathan E. Trivilio Stephen Royce T. Del Pilar Morlon A. Fama Iron J. D. Flores Jason C. Ledesma Reynan James C. Mercader John Christian R. Ubaob Ian Dave B. Pollard Jacques Veros. Riataza John Miko R. Refuerzo Kim Rod C. Chusen Orvin John G.
Abad Aimee V.R. Amat Joyce S. Arania Angelica L. Bantula Joanna May M. Bulik Origin May G. Camaro Mary Grace R. 5 Jenny Quinn. Coniconde Altea C. Cribilio Stephanie Ann T. Ganata Jessa. Hikaw Romelin A. Ligata Karil T. Loreno Shira May Q. Lotero Alge May M. Magallanes Daime D. Montejo Joan U. Ugana Ninia Nietzsche B. Pamaran Irish A. Pastoril Girly M. Pilinio Maria Charmaine J. Peregrino Rose on D. Pilpa Rosana O. Porbasas Arian B. Rainada Francis May C. Riataza Jenaline M. Reyes Celine. Timula Dal Christy A. Timonera Angela D. Villegas Mary Jane C.
12-1 Advisor, Mr. Roel A. Misario. Abraham Kim Y. Abrilio John Kirby N. Berida Johnny L. Binatak Lister C. Kanyada Ray A. Digia Marvin B. Digerio Rogi S. Doliete Clarence V. Espanueva Mark John R. Felipe Junel B. Lobrigo John Kenneth T. Marteja Jasper C. Martija Dick Haiko B. Mercader RG M. Uronos J. Mark C. Pakala Perhentino C. Panobio Welmark T. Pasa Rovic C. Raga Barinel B. Raquel John Mark D. Tulibas Ian Bin R. Vidal Clinton V. Villasante Dave D. Vivero Herman T. Abayon Angel G. Abinoha Eleonor B. Abosejo Giselle E. Apable Muriel Iluna C. Kaande Alma A. Kayas Donna Lynn. Coritana Gabriela D. Dazo Abigail P. Ilyaso Jenaline E. Lopez Mecca M. Nabuya Jerusel R. Navaira Trisha May. Raga Marilyn Joy B. Tulfo Rusty Joyce T. Vivero Saira B.
12 Malthus. Advisor Miss Maria Chinky F.C. Bantasan Aryan P. Briton Angelo A. Ingao Cesar P. Escobar Jade Nicole C. Go Chan Vincent O. Lumacan Jerome O. Maruto Harris C. Mudina Kaiser J.R. Perido Norman. Plashego Siron A. Raga Angelo L. Radam Joel R. Regina Neiljan M. Dindoy Darrell A. Alere Zyrel D. Ambulario Archie D. Bingzon Loarni Jane. Biok Angeline R. Calusur Noemi M. Celestin Micaela. Conde Jessica M. Condes Roxanne. Cotibar Marjorie R. Jimentesa Johnny G. Jeromo Princess Kate D. Maceda Angelica A. Magdasal Giselle G. Manidlangan Velia Rose C. Mendoza Rogelyn G. Nodalo Rhea May R. Pispera Jessa R. Pulancos Cholis B. Kiton Maricel M. Ramos Genevieve. Redunya Shaina May. Redondo Maricar C. Redobla Catherine S. Referso J. Marlene Y. Rota Sherilyn D. Serabia Christian Joy M. Tonido Monica. Udtuhan Carol. Valencia Aliza Jane Q. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates from the Technical, Vocational, and Livelihood track, Home Economics strand with a specialization of cookery. 12. Blueberry. Advisor Miss Marichu M. Apares. Balyena Roel Y. Borlaza Jerry Jr. R. Borlaza Tyrone L. Candela J.C. Coral Alfred. Dazo Herson J.A. Dazo Joshua V. Dungsal Arjim D. Ilagan Mark Joseph D. Laming Edmar V. Librado John Ray G. Maaghop Russell D. Maurilio Mac J. Lloyd C. Mingoy Earl Jan R. Mingoy James Brian R. Mostacisa Lester. Pinyoso Joey B. Kiton Richard C. Ribano Adrian G. Vitalis Ivan G. Ridubla Arnulfo Jr. C. Ripalda Nervin M. Tamayo John Mark P. Timtiman Jericho M. Orminita Mark Divi A. Alere Rachel F. Avelino Lady Lucy. Buhalog Judilyn L. Kajon Maria Rinalyn. Kaonis Ronalyn C. Cribilio Rinalyn P. Ichon Cristel Rose D. Inabore Maria May A. Espada Joella M. Lienzon Felma Rose G. Lucilo Nancy A. Montablan Giselle C. Morabe Rodelyn G. Mosca Chilian Reyes A. Nomio Reyes L. Polancos Julessa B. Rial Nori T. Ripalda Chilian.
Welvis Strawberry Advisor, Mr. John Clark M. Macias. Abrilio Wendell L. Acedera Ronnie G. Acedo Michael A. Almodal Dave M. Ayad Rafi G. Cabanyero Colin Doshel A. Curanies John Kenneth A. Del Pilar Jonathan C. Diaz Juvel N. Docentes Rafael V. Francisco Ian Dave Q. Galiamos Aldwin V. Garcia Limuel Dave G. Macarayon Eljan C. Maizo Rayo A. Bacayo Bon Gabriel Gerald E. Perez Gisrel C. Polga Jaymar A. Quenza Jerome Q. Kimbo Jericho A. Kimbo Joshua A. Raga Nico H. Senyase Jean Paul B. Susing Justin E. Suelo Jobert Jr. P. Velasco Andres Jr. S. Vergara George Jr. P. Abraham Alea Jean N. Acedera Emeline M. Agosto Mylin A. Badilla Angelica P. Birones Maribel Bunga Linda May S. Calibo Vivian Camaro Kimberly Ann S. Katindoy Lori Ann S. Encina Regine A. Gahi Maria Tricia Q. Heaven Orlin L. Labragi Rose Jen Lakbanis Eileen G. Lorino Shane Melody Q. Minyano Jillian Rose T. Nalugon Jessica S. Peregrino Mary Jane. Perido Ruana Faye A. Pilula Agnes L. Gwenza Queen Gwen M. Salgan Lailin D.
12 Raspberry Advisor Mrs. Mayvel C. Ordoves. Abrera Alexander C. Alcober Charlie A. Alquetes Alex D. Aquino Hinelito R. Bajon Julius E. Calov Carl Vincent A. Caloser Raymond R. Cebu Cebrix M. Cebu Mark Joseph V. Cinco Julie L. Dagami Henry C. Inhoy Lawrence E. Inhoy Rondell P. Estrella Wilson L. Garcilaso Jerome B. Gobi Vince B. Masing RB. Merencilio J. Mitra Reynan H. Moliano Mosiah T. Palita Donato III P. Pelino JBP. Kimbo Ron Marvins D. Refuerzo Dane Genesis B. Refugido Jakey M. Rayoveros Alex. Tonino Janray A. Trinchera Renz P. Venezuela Cesar M. Agrava Christine B. Alde Ma Pelma M. Aranyo Ivy A. Kahayag Marian E. Calibo Nelly Joy B. Carminada Mary Rose A. Corpez Marvy G. Delphine Michelle N. Espada Michelin B. Lumakang Wendelin B. Marbibi Kristen R. Metra Jessame C. Pahayahay Esmeralda C. Refuerzo Marian T. Civiliano Generos B. Tanyo Bridget M. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates from Technical, Vocational, and Livelihood track, Information, Communication, and Technology strand, 12 Adobe, Advisor, Mrs. Lida Sherbet D. Gimuros.
Alminario Jamel L. Aranques Rafi F. Biyok Ben Brian A. Briton Adrian A. Calibo Joshua Z. Condes Leopoldo M. Inabore John Beth E. Gavales J. Mark G. Jimentesa Reynan R. Lagario John Denver C. Lagarto Joseph T. Ligar Jeron M. Miniano Adrian. Ochea Justin Josh R. Orias John Dave S. Palabay Robert S. Polangcos Raymond B. Polistico Ino. Kimson Rowary Dane. Rinomeron Virgil P. Rom Gerald G. Salvacion Ricky A. Grava Jusel. Artusa Eliza Gwen S. Avila Althea M. Breso Jessica A. Cagadas Rica Bim M. Canayon Shoyna May T. Kasyong Jackie Bell. Kayubit Desiree May R. Kulaban Gemma. Daso Sweet Pearl V. Infermo Ana Marie M. Nuevas Jolina T. Nuevas Marisan M. Ortiz Kisha May T. Princelio Jerica D. Kiton Lovely A. Raga Janet C. Ramirez Carliza F. Ridubla Rolen R. Siyok Rodalyn T.
12 Corel. Advisor, Mrs. Shella Relatores Mangalion. Arpon JVS. Asia Jordan M. Baco Esteven G. Baltero Albert M. Barahama Jusen L. Corda Art Kerwin C. Corpen Lawrence E. Espidilia Christian John A. Estrella Javel C. Negro Lino Jr. M. Paminiano Romel R. Paredes Eliazar Jr. R. Partulan Cantas C. Refuerzo Andre Ra Sarino Prigi P. Anieno Kristen May. Asni Clyde Eden K. C. Buhalog Izzy May B. Caloser Florila C. Caniedo Angel Lu G. Carminada Mary Joy A. Caceres Kristen Joy A. Centino Charlene M. Colana Eliza B. Coranies May O. Colaban Shaira B. De la Cruz Caroline B. Delioso Rovelyn C. Gastalia Ana May F. Makabuhay Kezaya C. Niano Venus Algem P. Mora Maderlina P. Palania Alona Jane M. Paza Eloisa May B. Frijola Crystalline May R. Pusay Rowena U. Rojo Crystal Kyle R. Villantes Arian Joy O. Sabara Hanelay A.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Excellence Awardees from the Academic Track, Humanities and Social Sciences strand.
With high honors, Andrade Aaron P. Aquino, Joshua Brian M. Kabarakan Homer T. Kayubet Syra Joy. Costa Perams Gwen. Custudio Jairine I. Dungsal Leonard S. Gaspay John Philip B. Giron Genevieve L. Laiko Genevieve V. Nines Quincy Hanley G. Paza Monique E. Pulancos Ara M. Kiton Maricel M. Redondo Maricar C. Resma Lidona Faye R. With honors, Abad Aimee B. R. Abayon Angel G. Abinoha Eleonor B. Apable Muriel Eluna C. Agustin Danilo Jr. E. Agustin Joba B. Agustin Chupelo III U. Alquetas April Joy A. Aldonza Liza E. Aliri Cyril D. Anota Angeline B. Aralar Ninia Zaira T. Avila Arvin Or. Balyena Azel L. Bantasan Orion P. Bardalo Alana Jane R. Batula Eden. Bingson Laarni Jane. Riton Ange Lo A. Cadiz Hanson V. Kahilio Rica Jane C. Kaindoy Linlin P. Calderon Jod Nicolay R. Caloser Noima M. Caloser Rico E. Kanyada Ray A. Kayubet Jessamay Q. Celeste Micaela. Leotes Rose Claire F. Cobalida Art Audrey C. Comora Mary Micaela. Coniconde Altea C.
Coral Maria Reina A. Coritana Gabriela D. Kulas Keith G. Del Pilar Iman Marie T. Duriete Clarence B. Durano Leslie Joy R. Ilyazo Janelyn E.
Inabori Jamaica C. Escobar J. Nicole C.
Isyo Laurent Jeff C. Espanueva Mark John R. Felipe Junel B. Flores Esteban Arnel Jr. A. Gara Joshua G. Gayanis Vince Charmaine A. Hernale Jade Mark R. Johnson Jib P. Lidesma Ray James C. Lobrigo John Kenneth T. Lobriguito Rian B. Lopez Mecca M. Lotero Algie May M. Maceda Angelica A. Manasis Juby C. Manidlangan Villa Rose C. Masayon Jaira C. Mendoza Rogelyn D. Modina Kaiser J. R. Modina Uriel Y. Montejo Joanne U. Morte Jaira E. Nodalo Rhea May R. Obaob Ian Dave B. Obaob Lorlane Faye D. Ugana Ninia Nietzsche B. Palacio Jared D. Palita JD D. Palita Rosel A. Pamaran Irish A. Panong Mercy A. Pastorel Girly M. Pilinio Maria Charmaine J. Peregrino Rose Ann D. Pitogo John Lin. Pollard Jocks Veros. Corbasas Aryan B. Puson Hilda P. Puson Jeremy A. Raagas Carlos Miguel S. Ramos Genevieve. Ras Rachel R. Ridonia Shaina May D. Redondo Jenaline G. Refuerzo Martin James. Rinomeron Leymar Von D. Ripalda John PJ G. Riqueri Lian Joy L. Riataza Jenaline M. Reyes Celine. Seno May G. Cerato Arian Jane R. Soledad Rosalie R. Tanio Edeline C. Isorna Wellmark. Tilaon Camila C. Timola Dal Christy A. Timonera Angela D. Tindoy Daryl A. Tonido Monica B. Tulfo Aliana Beatriz R. Tulfo Rusty Joyce C. Odtuhan Carol C. Venezuela Kim Chin. Venezuela Stephanie A. Villegas Mary Jane C. Villote Angelo C. Vivero Herman C. Sabala Mary Rose B.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Excellence Awardees from the TVL track, Home Economics strand with the specialization of cookery. With honors, Agrava Christine B. Kajon Maria Rinalin. Calibo Vivian L. Heaven Arlen L. Loreno Shane Melody. Montablan Giselle C. Pacayo Von Gabriel Gerard. Civiliano Generos B. Susain Justin E. Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Excellence Awardees from the Technical, Vocational, and Livelihood track, Information and Communication Technology strand.
With high honors, Breso Jessica A. De la Cruz Carolyn B. Mora Maderlina P. With honors, Alminario Jamel L. Avila Altea M. Barahama Jusen L. Briton Adrian A. Caloser Florila C. Caniedo Angel Lu G. Kasyong Jackie Bell. Centino Charlene M. Culaban Shaira B. Espidilia Christian John A. Estrella Jovel C. Miano Venus P. Palabay Robert S. Paminiano Romel R. Partulan Cantas C. Polistico Ino. Prihola Crystalline May R. Kimson Rowary Dane. Rojo Cristel Kyle R. Sarino Frigi P. Siyok Rodalyn T. Savala Hanilay A.
Graduations does not end with the awarding of medals and certificates. It is also a celebration of success and determination. Mrs. Liza R. Malate will now formally introduce today's commencement speaker. A virtual applause, please.
To the dynamic public school district supervisor of Burauen East, Ma'am Maria Edna A. Calades. To the Modern Secondary School Principal of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, Ma'am Eleanor E. Cagara. To the Active Assistant School Principal, Sir Jeffrey C. Advincula. Teachers, parents, graduates, good day. This task of introducing our guest of honor and speaker is a great privilege. I know this one is difficult, but the thought that he is a man of virtue and simplicity, I feel elated to introduce him to everyone today. After all, he is a living inspiration of the young ones and the young ones. I mean, our parents and learners. If one takes a closer look at the alchemy of the achieving person, two distinct virtues pop up. Besides perseverance and hard work, these are pioneering spirit and willingness. Our guest of honor and speaker today is the living idiom of a man who happened to be born at the right place and at the right time. Coupled with an impressive background, it was not therefore surprising that he became a talented medical laboratory scientist. Our guest of honor and speaker for this year's commencement exercises is a native of Burauen and the firstborn of Mr. and Mrs. Melchor Tan Petronio. He spent his primary years at Burauen South Central School and was a consistent with honors, graduated last March 2004. He is an alumnus of Burauen Comprehensive National High School and was a valedictorian of class 2008. He was then nurtured by his college education when he studied at Doña Remedios D. Romualdez Medical Foundation College with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, graduated March 2012. Way back college, he was a consistent Dean's Lister, third highest honor in class, and was a Comet awardee, being the top 2 most outstanding intern. After graduation, he took up the Philippine licensure examination for medical technologists and became a registered medical technologist last February 2013. After which, he immediately entered the labor market and became a general medical technologist at Bethany Hospital, Tacloban City from April 2013 to December 2013. He also worked at Chongwon Hospital, Cebu City from February 2004 to May 2016 as General Medical Technologist at Immunoserology Department. Afterwards, he became a Senior Medical Technologist from June 2016 to October 2016 at RA Diagnostic Clinic, Tacloban City. In the hope of looking for a greener pasture, he decided to work abroad and is currently working as a medical laboratory scientist at Sedgwick County Memorial Hospital, Colorado, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor and speaker
our revered school principal, Mrs. Eleanor E. Kagara, to our active assistant school principal, Mr. Jeffrey C. Advincula, to our dear grade 12 coordinator, Mr. Edward A. Narha, my beloved mentors, teachers, non-teaching staff, parents, graduates, a pleasant day to each and everyone. 30 years ago, I was just like one of you, so happy and full of excitement for this day to come. This is the big day where the fruit of your labor for 6 years has come to an end. So please, I request you right now to give the biggest applause that you can give, not just for yourself, but also for your parents, family, relatives, and everyone who made this day possible for all of you. Ihatag ito yung pinakamakusog na palakpak. I remember graduation day like it was just yesterday. So much memories to recall, the bittersweet moments with teachers and classmates. Those funny and embarrassing things I have experienced, my first love and first heartbreak. Foolish acts that made me wiser in the end, loss and failure, the cramming, the hassle, the trials that turn into triumphs. My dear graduates, let me be honest with you. Life will never be easy, but that does not mean you should give up and never fight for your future. Always remember this: winners never quit, quitters never win. After graduating high school, my mind was already set that I will be taking up nursing in college and proceed to medical school to achieve my dream of becoming a doctor. Imagine, I planned this ever since I was 10 years old. Back then, for me, that was the perfect life. But destiny will fail you sometimes. Guess what? I was not able to enroll to the College of Nursing. I was too late for the entrance examination at the school that I wanted to go to. I was so devastated. I couldn't believe I messed up my plans. I failed. But I moved on and moved forward, thinking it was really not meant for me. Instead, I took up Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology or Medical Laboratory Science, as I still wanted to pursue my goal of becoming a physician. They always say that my course is a good preparatory for medicine. So I learned to love the course and worked hard to excel on it. I was even blessed to be given a scholarship. I studied hard to be a consistent Dean's Lister. Everything was going well for me. Everyone was expecting for me to graduate with honors, but guess what? I failed again. I felt like I disappointed myself, my family, and other people supporting my back all over again. To be honest, it was just only 0.5 points away from graduating with Latin honor. I was so mad at myself for not trying the best of my ability to reach my goal. But again, I moved on. I stumbled and did not allow it to beat me down. Instead, I looked into the brighter side of the situation. I thought that maybe God is trying to teach me a lesson. After all, it is true that there are no mistakes in life, only lessons to be learned. At the age of 20, upon graduating college, I passed my licensure examination and was able to get a job right away as a medical technologist. However, a year after, an unfortunate, unforeseen thing happened. Yolanda came. As it devoured our lands, it also crumbled my dreams of becoming a doctor. Financial problems piled up that forced me to stick to my job rather than to go to med school in order to help my parents. A battle between my dream and the reality. While pursuing my profession in the laboratory, it slowly made an impact to my life. I realized that I could still save lives even though I'm not a doctor. That I could be of good service no matter what path I take. So years went by. I was blessed to land a job as a medical laboratory scientist here in the United States of America. Today, I am living my American dream. I may not be living the dreams I had when I was 10 years old, but I am happy and contented of where I am now. This may not be the perfect life of the 10-year-old version of myself, but a truly blissful life will always be better than a perfect life. Yes, I failed. I failed a lot of times. But I'll tell you this, do not be afraid of failing. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. What is important is how you're able to get back and be a champion out of all these adversaries. How you handle hardships will mold you the person you'll become in the future. You must remember that you will always experience a lot of disappointment and despair. You will feel pain, misery, and fear. But that is good. That only means you are alive. The universe is giving you a chance to change and be wiser. Take failure as an opportunity to be a better version of yourself every single day. Take charge and learn from it. This pandemic sadly has altered many lives and affected numerous plans. It could have forced us to put aside our goals and derailed our targets. But it should not stop us from achieving our dreams. Never cease dreaming. Dream big. Everyone will tell you to dream big. Yes, dream big. Be bold and chase whatever you think that deserve to be yours. However, do not stop there. It is not enough. A mere passion for success is not enough. It will never lead you to where you want to be. Ika nga nila, libre ang pangarap, pero hindi libre ang pag-abot ng pangarap. Gintratrabaho po it pag-abot it imo pangarap. Put your goals into action. Build a strategy. Struggle and strive. Place a concerted effort towards attaining and creating a future you have always desired. But above everything I said today, please, I want you to remember, do not forget to do all these things with kindness. Every success will be genuinely fulfilling if it will be done with kindness. When we are kind, we inspire others to also be kind. And it creates a ripple effect that spreads outwards. Having said that, I want to take this opportunity to thank these kind of people that let me experience their kindness. I will not be here today if it were not for these people. To all of my teachers and advisors in high school, Mrs. Natividad Encarnacion, Mrs. Aurora Barayon, Mrs. Jovi Salinas, and Mrs. Josefina Del Pilar, to my beloved mentors, Mrs. Rosita Abillo, Mrs. Melda Marcos, Mrs. Lourdes Granados, Mrs. Elma Seno, Mrs. Josefina Abelio, and Mrs. Rosario Tilimban, to my parents, Purisima Letiado and Melchor Petronio, with their undying support and love, to my relatives, friends, and to all the people who one way or another made an impact to my life, you are all my inspiration. My success is your success. Graduates, one last thing. Your medals, recognitions, your money, sports car, and even a luxurious house is not a measure of success. The true measure of success lies in the impact you have made on other people's lives. To end this, let me leave you with this famous quote from the third President of the United States of America, Thomas Jefferson. He said that, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Again, congratulations to all of you. Best of luck and God bless.
For and in behalf of the Burauen Comprehensive National High School faculty and staff, we would like to present the plaque of appreciation to Kenneth L. Petronio, our commencement speaker. The plaque reads, "Plaque of appreciation is hereby given to Kenneth L. Petronio in grateful recognition for the wholehearted acceptance and commitment as commencement speaker during the BSNHS 4th Senior High School Commencement Exercises with the theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon, lalong patatikin sa gitna ng pandemya, and for sharing his eminent achievements and noteworthy experiences which truly motivate and inspire the parents and graduates of Batch 2021. Given this 16th day of July 2021 at Burauen Comprehensive National High School, Burauen, Leyte. Signed, Edward A. Nerha, Grade 12 Department Head, Jeffrey C. Elvincula, Assistant School Principal 2, and Eleanor E. Cagara, Secondary School Principal 4.
Thank you, Mr. Petronio, for sharing your success story with us. We know that you are just starting to complete your goals. We are all excited to what future waits for you. Miss Genevieve I. Geron, with high honors of Class 2021, will now deliver her Thanksgiving message. A virtual applause, please.
To the dynamic public school district supervisor of Burauen East District, Ma'am Maria Edna A. Calades, to the Motherly Secondary School Principal of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, Ma'am Eleanor E. Cagara, to the distinguished guests, faculty and staff, parents, and to my fellow graduates, good day. This year's graduation ceremony is far from the traditional one where students with their parents or guardians are asked to march into the stage to receive diplomas and bow in front of a huge crowd with a proud smile on their faces. This one is new and unanticipated, virtually highlighting the institutions and the students' development and achievement towards education during the whole school year. In behalf of my fellow graduates, it is an honor and an opportunity to be here to thank everyone who helped us accomplish and complete a quality secondary education. Reminisce the memories we have shared for the past 2 to 6 years here in this institution and impart some thoughts related to this end of school year stress theme, kalidad ng edukasyon lalang patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been battling with the drastic changes forced to us by the COVID-19 pandemic. These changes affected us all in varied ways we can't imagine. In the field of education, we have embraced the new normal setup, wherein alternative learning modalities were served. It is fresh and experimental, but we have embraced it to achieve a quality education amid pandemic. As of now, we survived, and I hope we'll keep surviving with the help of a few individuals beyond our success. That being said, I want to take this opportunity to thank them. First of all, to our dear God, thank you for making this ceremony possible, for guiding us throughout our journey, and for keeping us safe amidst the pandemic. To our teachers, who extended their love in teaching, effort, and understanding, and even made sacrifices to make it easier for us to adapt to the new normal setup, thank you, and we appreciate you all. To our 2-year advisor, Ma'am Lisa Malate, I believe that you deserve our deep respect and gratitude. Thank you for embracing our stubbornness and for understanding our varied perspectives in life. Thank you for being our second mother figure. We are sure we will never forget you. To our handsome and very pleasant Assistant School Principal 2, Sir Jeffrey Elvincula, I am pleased to know a great man like you. We are thankful to have you as our humble and understanding Sir ASP. To our beautiful and multi-talented Secondary School Principal 4, Ma'am Eleanor E. Cagara, thank you for the unforgettable leadership you have shown to us learners. You're not only a mother to our teachers, but a mother too to us learners. Thank you for pushing us to finish our secondary studies despite of the pandemic. Thank you for believing on us. Thank you for providing us a learner-centered institution. At this point, I am happy and excited to say that we are now certified graduates. At the same time, I am sad and nervous because we will be leaving this institution to face another step of our learning process, our chosen curriculum exits. This institution has been a memorable place to us learners, and I will always be thankful and honored to be part of this prestigious school, Burauen Comprehensive National High School. Here, I've learned a lot, not only in the aspect of education, but also in building my character as a person. I know that every little thing we've learned here in this institution will be a valuable tool for us in the future. To my fellow graduates, I am proud of what you all have achieved despite of the pandemic. You all managed to fight and survive the new normal scheme of education. Our journey here in this institution leads us to memories that are truly priceless. Who would forget those first days of classes, the introduce yourselves and show your talents, or our little memories in playing volleyball, or the BSP and GSP days, or the laughters we shared in the canteen, or even the chat sessions we had in the hallways. Indeed, those memories are unforgettable. They say that high school is the best time in a student's life, and I won't argue with that. It is indeed the best days of our lives. Friendship here makes the strongest bonds, the unbreakable ones. To our family, we are proud to present to you the result of our long, fruitful journey, our high school diplomas. Your blood, sweat, and tears will no longer be left unnoticed as we have received this katibayan already. To my mama and papa and to my siblings, thank you for the overwhelming love and support you have showered me. If I were to choose a family again in the future, I will still choose to be with you guys through thick and thin. To sum this up, I want to leave two quotations. One is my favorite, and I quote, "Everything happens for a reason. May this reason be good or bad, you have to face it." Another one is a quotation I read in a post of a senior high school teacher, and I quote, "It is what the God sent you, so you must face it, knowing that He will always be there with you." Hence, I encourage everyone to transcend, to rise above and go beyond their limits, because that is when they will receive self-gratification. At the end, this isn't a goodbye for us. Instead, I'll be leaving a promise that we'll be seeing each other again in the future. Again, thank you and good day.
Show our loyalty to our dearest alma mater. Graduates attending the virtual commencement exercise at home, or wherever you are right now, are adjoined to say with dignity and honor the loyalty pledge. Mr. John Philip B. Gaspay, with high honors of Class 2021, will lead the recitation of the loyalty pledge.
Graduates, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. We, the graduates of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, class of 2020 to 2021, do solemnly pledge that we will do everything within our power to be of service to our school, to our community, and to our country, to foster the ideals of democratic society and prove to the world that the nation's investment in our education has not been in vain. So help us God.
At this juncture, graduates are now virtually invited to sing the graduation song. A virtual applause, please.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you.
As we now come to an end, Mrs. Eleanor Espanto Cagara, the secondary school principal 4 of Burauen Comprehensive National High School, will now deliver her closing words. A resounding virtual applause, please.
To the successful graduates for batch 21, to the proud parents, teachers, and stakeholders, a pleasant day to one and all. It is my honor and privilege to extend my warmest congratulations and heartfelt thanks and gratitude, most especially to the parents and guardians of these graduates for having successfully completed all the requirements in the K-12 basic education curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education. Although we know the fact that learners never gained enough knowledge and skills through this kind of modality, but we give you all the opportunities and considerations to be part of these graduation exercises. To the learners, as you move forward, never forget that education has to continue despite this difficult situation. This is just temporary, and together we can beat this COVID-19 should we only listen and cooperate to our IETF protocols and obey. My dear young graduates, this momentous event is not yet the end of your endeavor in the high school. Rather, you are just about to cross the road towards a successful life. Your 4-year struggle for education in the junior high school and another 2-year in the senior high school is a requirement for you to enter in the tertiary level and as an entry for you to get into the higher curriculum, which will bridge you to become a professional someday. Never stop there. Continue to follow your dreams and ambitions in life. To our parents, thank you so much for your unconditional love and care to your children, that for 1 year you did not stop in going to school to get the learners' materials and returning the same to their advisors. I appreciate that, for having been always beside your sons and daughters, guiding them to become what they are now. The teachers, thank you so much for the long patience in connecting to the learners and their parents, the sacrifices in printing and distributing the LRs, and for waiting the return of the modules. At last, the long wait is over. Let us continue to be proficient in our work. Let us have the courage to face all the challenges set to us by the Department of Education, and to condition ourselves that this learning delivery modality will be part of our activities, and this will be continued in the next school year. Let us always remember that success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Congratulations to the graduates of batch 21. Good luck and God bless us all.